All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of T.E.N.S. This is your boy Steeltoro coming at you once again with my click PhifeTech. We won short tonight, but we're going to still give y'all a good show. We're going to get these introductions going. We're going to start off with the man with the slowest internet connection in the world, Mr. Trey Flash. Say what's up to everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hope y'all can hear me, and I hope I can hear y'all. Let's get it cracking.
The man everyone knows, walking these streets of Hawaii like it ain't nothing, Mr. Mekel Kasanova. Say what's up.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mekel Kasanova. I'm trying to stay out of trouble and not look at all hail King Steph.
Coming at you live from Texas, the reigning, defending, first ever champion, first ever two-time champion, first ever three-time champion, the current champion, Mr. DVZN in the house. Say what's up.
You know what I'm saying? In the words of, my fellow Irish countryman, Conor McGregor, look at me walking around here like I own this bitch.
Also representing North Carolina, the one and only man with the casino that everybody goes to, Mr. Alpha Rakama. Say what's up.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know who it is. Okay, Google, what's my name?
Sorry, one more time.
Hey!
Oh!
Okay, Google.
My gosh.
What's my name?
Just so you know, I'm still trying to verify your voice. Then I can say.
Boy, she not dead.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Damn.
she hated.
You don't pretend like that didn't happen.
She hated.
Hey.
Right out.
That's not a good look, Alpha. That's not a good look at all.
Oh, man. That wasn't supposed to work like that.
As y'all know, on the show T.E.N.S, we have a lovely panel of panelists down here. We'll be asking random questions based on tech, entertainment, news, and sports. Based on their reactions, they'll get points taken or points added. And as everybody that's watched the show before knows, we have these two lovely boards here. Whoever says what's under the green board immediately gets 10 points added. Whoever says what's under the blue board gets 10 points taken away immediately. So, y'all ready to get into this thing? Uh-oh. Trey's gone.
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right. Oh,
Let
gosh.
it roll.
All right. So, before we get started, on a serious note, we just want to say real quick from PhifeTech, man, got a guy in our group named Miguel. He's going through some real tough things in his life right now with his health and with his finances and everything. I ain't going to put his business out there, but Miguel, man, if you happen to see this or watch this, man, just know we love you. We're pulling for you, man. Get well soon. Hang in there, and let us know when you get better, man. We can't wait to see you again. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So, as y'all know, in every round, round one rather, we have sponsors. And since I'm tired of y'all making all the sponsorship money, this weekend I've decided to introduce the Steeltoro hotline.
Oh, snap.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to call me, yours truly, Steeltoro, and pour your heart out to me with your deepest and darkest secrets. Ask me your questions. I'll be glad to answer them for you. For example, we have one caller that asked me, "Dear Steel, why is Batman such a hater?" Signed, the biggest Superman fan ever. Before I begin, I just want to shout out to my boy Keith.
Shots.
I hope you're watching this because, biggest Superman fan ever. It's a question that I've pondered for a very long time as well. I mean, maybe he's just not as good looking. Maybe he's just insecure within himself. He's not the kind of person that you want to have hanging around in your life. Do you want him around your children? Really? A man going around dressed up like a bat, whooping people's asses, and almost dying if you read the comic strip. You don't need that man in your life, people. So, Steeltoro recommends this. Get like me. Batman free. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo,
Thank you, caller. We'll be addressing another question later on this evening from another person that wants to get Steeltoro's advice. That's right, people. The Steeltoro hotline, 555 Steeltoro. Wait, S-T-E-E-L-T. That's too many letters. But yeah, 555 Steeltoro. 99 cents for the first minute, $999 each additional minute. So please feel free to call whenever you're ready. All right.
Man.
Let's do it. Round 1, T to the E to the N and the S. And actually, this week's going to be the What the Hell edition. You'll understand once we get into the questions. Round 1. So, the new iPhone 8 is rumored to have an asking price of $1,200? Trey, what the hell? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he's in shock.
Oh man.
He's so disgusted by that price, ladies and gentlemen, that he had to pause.
Yo, his connection was like, that's a disgusting price.
I can't see nothing, man. Oh man.
I was like,
Oh.
the question was, oh man, this is. The question was, the iPhone 8 has an asking price. It's rumored to have an asking price of $1,200. What's up with that? What the hell why is that price so damn high?
Oh man. Are you asking me?
Yes.
Okay. I just came back. I'm sorry. I just came back. $1,200.
Yes.
What?
Yes, exactly.
I just so high because people are just paying. I mean, they getting in line. I'm gonna just give you, for instance, I got a personal, not my sister. Anytime a new iPhone come out, she don't care.
That's a good point.
She just take the old one. She take it up with Verizon. She say, "Look, what y'all gonna give me for this?" They say, "Okay, if that phone's $1,200," they say, "Well, we're gonna give you about $650, $700." She say, "Okay." They say, "Okay," and then your bill will be about an extra $20 to $30 a month. She say, "Okay," and she walk out. And if my sister do it, I'm sure a whole lot of other people's sisters do it too. I'm just looking at it.
Yep.
And I'm just passing by the window. I'm just looking at it. I'm driving and I'm looking. But you know, some people gotta have it.
Yeah. Mekel.
Yeah. How is Apple going to? Okay, this is where Apple's wilding. You mean to tell me you got an iPad, a computer, and now the phone is costing the same amount of money? Is that the entry level one for $1,200? What in the blue hell? That's just Apple out here pimping these streets, knowing that they can just bring anything to the yard and people gonna buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the Apple sheep is going, hey, I'm one of them. I can't talk. Every time Apple comes out with something,
yes, you do.
I buy their stuff. So, damn, I gotta drop that.
Yeah.
Well, it's it. I mean, you know what? But the thing is, at least iPhones have certain quality, unless they don't have another Bengate issue. Or what's that? You had the touch disease on yours. I think I had that one on mine too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But hopefully, the iPhone 8 is going to be revolutionary for an iPhone. I know that's saying a whole lot, but hopefully, I'm hoping to see some revolutionary stuff that makes it worth $1,200. Even though I don't know, I think phones shouldn't be worth more than $5. But anyway,
DV.
Man, all I'm gonna say is them iPhones always work till they don't. You know what I'm saying? That seemed to be the go-to thing. It's like, get an iPhone. It worked. It just worked. It just worked. Except for when you guys spend all Sunday at the Apple store. You know what I'm saying? It's to get your contact switched on. But yeah, everybody, man, come on, man. Y'all know what it is. They could have made that. They could have made that a $2,000 phone that ain't got no improvements over the current phone, and everybody gonna go right out and buy it. Like they just Apple is great at giving you tech from 3 years ago and putting a bow on it, and charging you a lot, and everybody gonna say it's the best. It's just the best. I don't even argue with it no more. Like. They didn't argue with it.
Alpha.
Hold up. How many phones have I just sold in the last 2 weeks? And let me go ahead real quick. All right, according to eBay, I don't know if you can see this. I done got $850 of phones I just sold in the last 2 weeks.
Right.
I still can't afford that phone. And by the way, iPhone 8 is supposed to be called iPhone Edition. So I don't know, but those rumors are saying that $1,200 thing. They said the same thing about this Galaxy S8 Plus when it first came out,
right?
Or the Galaxy S8. They were going to say it's going to be $1,000 starting price. It wasn't,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It was like $800. So I think those rumors are just wow. Apple knows that's just a ridiculous price,
right? Even
though people will still pay it. Don't get me wrong, but it's still borderline. It's still borderline. People may not pay that.
Right.
They may just go start looking for a used iPhone 7 Plus and chill on that. But yeah, I think they're probably going to be like a little bit more pricey than what it was last year. They might add like $50 onto it. But
right.
I don't think it's going to be $1,200 for the base model. Right. I think the base model is probably going to be like $800, and then maybe the topped out 128 gig, 256. If they try to go that route, is going to be $1,200. But I don't think the base model 64 gig is going to be $1,200. No.
Right.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Next question. Entertainment. The LeVar Ball incident on WWE Raw.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you watching that don't know what happened, I know you know who LeVar Ball is. Don't lie, you do.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, right. So apparently this man went on to WWE Raw with his son, Lonzo, and then one of his younger sons. I don't even know the guy's name. But the younger son used the ever popular N-word. Not once, but twice on live TV. Mekel, what the hell?
Why I gotta go first?
You the one that shared it. You live streamed it.
You're Raw's biggest fan right now. You and Vince McMahon got that damn connection. Go ahead. What's going on with it?
Oh man. I'm just gonna say one. WWE is smart for bringing LeVar and Lonzo Ball on their show because they see it brings a lot of attention to their product, and they know it's hot. I mean, if you look at the way WWE, well, Siri, why are you listening to me? Hold on, stop. Oh, I didn't say hey Siri or nothing like that. Anyway, so I mean, if you look at the way WWE is now, they're doing things to get attention. They're playing off that controversy that they had with CM Punk back in 2011. So bringing a controversial figure that does nothing but gives you views, be it positive or negative views, it's still views. I mean, I'm gonna say I was incredibly surprised to see that they had Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball on the show. It was good. The timing was great, especially with them being in LA.
Right.
So I mean, that was they did it before anyone else. So that was kudos to them. As far as the kid, I mean, I know we had this discussion. It went kind of deep on Telegram. It went hella deep. We went around the world and back to Krypton and then off to Planet Vegeta. My opinion, and I'm just going to say this, a 16-year-old kid, regardless, in 2 years, he's going to be considered a grown man. He needs to know how to conduct himself. I think it was unprofessional. He should have known better. I mean, yeah, people slip up and say things all the time, but when you are in that position, you should know not to say that. And I know there's a counter argument to it. And Dookie, I know you're ready. I know you're ready. But, you know, I'm going to put it this way. If my 16-year-old nephew ever said that and we in public and I'm next to him, I'm going to slap the living holy hell out of him. I'm going to slap him so hard, Jesus going to have to be like, I bless you and go lay down. Because, I mean, it's just not something you should do. I understand people say, oh, that word is so frequently used. I don't care if it's so frequently used. There's certain aspects and areas where you just don't say it. That's, I wouldn't say it at work.
Right.
And I'm the only black guy there.
Right.
But, anyway, that's my bit. Dookie, you can go in on me. Go ahead.
Get him, DV.
Yo, not to bring up. I don't want to. There's another podcast where I listen to, and they talk about leveraging the chat. Like, I don't want to bring up stuff that only we know about in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will say this as far as the aspect of it being right or wrong, and I think that comes down with a lot of stuff with LeVar Ball. Is I think you can like the guy. I think you can like his antics and stuff without thinking everything that he does or his family does or whatever is right or wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can acknowledge that.
Right.
Like, yeah, like I said, I think my problem with the whole situation was I'm not a big wrestling fan no more. You know what I'm saying? From the wrestling I've seen, that's one of the lamest things I've heard for to even be talked about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you said it was a new day in wrestling, so that I understand if they're a super PG company and they're it's still grown men beating each other up on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in tights and all types of stuff. That happens on live TV.
Spandex, not tights.
Hey, it might as well be nylon rompers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so I mean, but yeah, it wasn't right. I don't think anybody is gonna come up in here and say, yeah, he was right, or it was a good situation for him. I just don't think it was. I didn't think it was that massive of an incident.
Right.
Like I watch professional basketball players. These are grown men, with kids these ages, and when them cameras get close, it's all types of stuff.
Right.
Being live on national TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that's all I gotta say. It did seem that massive to me, but I knew because it was Lonzo, it was the balls.
Right.
It had to be an issue.
Right. Alpha.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. 5 words. Grab him by the pussy.
What the
And that man became our president.
Sorry, I'm out.
You lost your bid, Cam, for 2020. 2020, Alpha Rakama. We are rocking with Alpha Rakama. I have officially picked my nomination for 2020. We rocking with Alpha Rakama and the Rakama Casino. You know what I'm saying? Live.
You know what? I don't think anybody has scored that many points from one comment in the history of T.E.N.S ever. Alpha.
Wow.
But it's true. I mean, Trump's statement trumps Lonzo Ball's by far. And he became president. So that's all I got.
Dude, you can drop the mic. You're done. You're done. You're done, Alpha. You're done. Trey, you got to top that, boss. Good luck.
What can you say on top of that? I was thinking those thoughts, but not in those words, Alpha. First of all, the wrestling, the WWE, they don't care. They're gonna benefit. They don't care what happens to him after this. They're gonna benefit from him being on there because he's the hot thing right now.
Right.
So him as a person coming in, him and his dad, because his dad been doing everything since now anyway. They got to look out for his own interests and let him not slander himself, on TV, because that's ultimately going to ruin his career and it's going to raise WWE. So, just like you said, I mean, he can't come on and act exactly like who we're talking about, Agent Orange, or whoever you're talking about over there, Alpha. But I think that you're onto something, because depending on how people treat him after he does this is depending on what he does in the future from here.
Right. Yep. And that's a good point, because I was afraid his dad might get him in trouble too. But so far, it looks like he's fine. He got drafted. He went to the team he wanted to go to. From what I read, Magic Johnson has embraced him and everything. He's scoring triple doubles in the summer league. So I mean, I guess he's gonna be all right. That's what it's looking like. So. right. Next question. News. Right on time. We'll start with Alpha on this one. So, according to news outlets, Donald Trump suggested that the United States create a joint cybersecurity unit with Russia. Alpha, what in the blue hell?
That's my line.
Oh boy, what are we doing with this, man? This dude, this dude loves Russia so much. He might as well just go ahead and merge Russia and America as one country under Russia. You know, what I'm saying? No longer, one country under God. It's one country under Russia.
Under Putin.
I mean, every time you turn around in the news, you hear this dude. Like, I'm not even trying to pay attention to this dude. And everywhere I go, every time I see the headlines, is something this dude is doing with Russia. Like, I mean, why is let me ask you this question. Why is Trump, like, why was he caught with he was like a middleman that he had between Russia that he was leaking information to in Pakistan or wherever it was? Why can't you just talk to Russia? I mean, we already know you're talking to him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to hide. We know this. Like, you the most insecure president we have, because look at your phone. Look at your phone that you're using. You're not even using the phones the presidents are supposed to use. Obama wasn't using a Android phone. You know what I'm saying? This dude, he wants to use whatever phone he wants to. He's over on Twitter doing whatever he wants to do. And yet still, he's not doing the stuff that he's supposed to do. So this whole thing with Russia, man, he's already been buddy-buddy with Putin for a long time, and it's evident. So, I just don't know what's going to be the outcome of all of this. You know what I'm saying? We can only hope for the best. But we already know this dude is like, he's already buddy-buddy. He's kissing up to this dude. We already know this. So, I mean, we need to move on. we know he's buddy-buddy with that dude. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
DV.
Yo, man, I mean, I know me and Still, we might be a little bit older than these guys, man, but like, don't this feel like one of them like bad B movies that came out in the 80s about like Russia taking over the United States? Yeah. Like, that's why I swear, like, we just gonna wake up one day, it's just gonna be snowing in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Central Park, there's gonna be a statue of Putin. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's just too much going on. Like, this dude, man, and the sad part is the one thing that is, I don't know if democracy really works, because I look at blind political following. Mm-hmm. Blind party following. Mm-hmm. That's got to be one of the worst things I've ever seen, man. Yep. Like, people voting against their own interest because of following political party lines. Yep. It's ridiculous, man. Plain and simple. Mm-hmm. And this dude is leading them. Like, he leading them. He like R. Kelly when R. Kelly made that Pied Piper album, and he was like trying to lead little kids to this chocolate factory. That's what Donald Trump is doing right
now. Oh, he said that with a straight face, ladies and gentlemen. There's no smile on DV's face right now. Mekel, good luck following that up, dude. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Before I give my answer, big shout out to Player Essence for retweeting and checking out the channel. Big shout out to him. Good luck at Evo this year. Anyway, yeah, I got nothing to follow that up. I mean, really, how are we gonna have? This is the same. Okay. Was Trump not going after Hillary over leaked emails and whatnot?
Yes, he was.
And now we go to a joint cybersecurity with Russia. I mean, net neutrality and oh my.
Net neutrality, God. Yeah.
Yeah, we're grabbing them by the pussy, right? I got nothing. You know what? You can points deduct me because I got nothing.
Dude, you're not getting points deducted because Alpha and DV are just Yeah. I wouldn't know what to say after that either. It's my fucking show. Trey.
Yo.
Trey, he cut his camera off. He's like, you know what? No, I can't even follow. I can't even do this. I can't do this.
Nah, actually, the reaman my camera's off because that's the only way I can get clear sound with my camera off. Less bandwidth. But nah, man. I mean, if you look at it, man, if you take a guy and he's got like a side chick that he's sleeping with, then she's pretty much like on his team.
Oh damn!
So like, Russia's like on his team. He can't put him like on the other team and he's sleeping with him, right?
Gang, gang.
I mean, it's all over the news.
Oh,
your son done told.
Oh shit! Y'all are killing it.
Hey man, America's turned to a dictatorship. If y'all don't see it, I don't know who don't see it. It's turned into a dictatorship.
He is right though. I did hear some news about that Donald Trump's son was trying to adopt some kids in Russia.
Oh,
why?
Oh my God!
Sleeping with him. Sleeping with him.
Y'all, he's
sleeping with him.
He's sleeping with the kids?
No, not the kids. Not the kids. Man.
Yo.
Oh man.
Yo, wow.
Oh God.
Y'all are wild.
Y'all killing me.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Oh my God. Y'all are, man. Okay, you know what? Next question. Oh my gosh. Yeah, y'all had way more fun than I was expecting. All right, here we go. Sports. So, according to various reports, Floyd Mayweather is asking the IRS for a tax reprieve until after his fight with Conor McGregor. DV, all that money? What the hell?
See, this is what's happening right now, man. You know, he's basically on the phone with Russia, you know what I'm saying, trying to make sure that, you know, he could keep Agent Orange from getting some of his money, you know what I'm saying, because they know they're going to make so much money. That, man, they making so much money hand over fist with this fight. It's not even funny, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to. He's really thinking about what he got to pay on taxes after this. If he had to pay tax, if he off that Pacquiao fight, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like looking at it like this. Like I was watching the what's the joints called? The depressors, right?
Yeah.
And the first one, you know, McGregor, he was kind of he didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd came out and just hit him, tagged him. It was a perfect Floyd fight.
Right.
He was just dodging. McGregor didn't know what was going on. Floyd just came out dodging, hit him perfectly with the joints. Then it's like the next two, McGregor tried to step out and he came out throwing haymakers, looking real crazy.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
I said he came out, he was, hold on.
Nah, what'd you say? Wait, he was throwing what?
He was throwing haymakers.
He was throwing what?
He came out throwing haymakers.
He was throwing haymakers. Haymakers. Minus 10 points.
Come on.
Oh boy.
Oh damn.
That would be a word he would use.
Oh man.
No, I'm trying to grab it down. Man. No, she can't.
My lawyer.
She can't
no. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my manager, you know what I'm saying? She's on the line with Bob Arum right now in Showtime.
Look at it.
That's messed up, man.
DV, oh God, you were doing so well too.
Oh boy,
that's a bull.
Oh. Trey, go ahead. Trey, you there? Oh no.
He's in shock.
He's there.
All right, I had to change the channel bandwidth.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. So is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Hold on, let me see the question.
The question was, according to various reports, Floyd Mayweather is asking the IRS for a tax reprieve until after his fight with Conor McGregor. What the hell is that? If you got all that money, just pay your damn taxes.
Man. Well, I mean, if you think about it, everybody is set to see this fight. I mean, now that you done announced it, you pretty much got control, like Agent Orange, right? So now that you announced it, you got control. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go back on that old question.
No, it's good. It's good.
But so really, right now, if Floyd Mayweather, requests a pink Maserati, on his doorstep, he gonna get pretty much anything he want until that fight starts.
Right.
So I don't blame him. I would ask for, tax bereavements, and I would ask for all my child supports to be, he can get all the money he can get for a little while until the fight. I mean, because think about it, nobody's gonna tell him no. Everybody wants to see that fight.
Good point. Mekel.
Oh man. I mean, it makes perfect sense, because like McGregor told him, he said you got 20 some odd hoes on the payroll, strippers on the payroll. So, he needs to reprieve so he can pay them. He also, that bag he brought with him, he had about $5,000, that way he can go out and get a couple sandwiches, he can feed the hoes and whatnot. I mean, he had to. All he got is $5,000. That's why he bought the money. Anyway, it makes no fucking sense because this is a guy who talks. This dude, he can't read, but he counts his money. This dude always flaunting about he got money, but he can't pay his taxes.
Yeah,
that makes no sense. So I'm guessing the payout on this fight is gonna be what pays his taxes off.
Most of it, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, this man has made almost DV, correct me if I'm wrong. This man has made almost $1 billion in the boxing.
He's got
almost $1 billion.
From my understanding, he's the highest paid athlete, man.
And that's with no endorsements, people. He did all of this with his own antics, and in the ring, he made over almost $1 billion. He can pay his damn taxes. Sorry, Mekel, go ahead. I just throw about all the 2 cents in there.
No, that I'm right there with you. That's all I had to say. It doesn't make sense. You always flaunt like you got money.
Yeah.
You always talking about how you you got this, you got that, but you can't pay your taxes.
Yeah. See, the way this works is Floyd Mayweather basically, and DV, please correct me if I'm wrong at any point in this. Boxers are independent contractors.
Yeah.
So when they pay you, they give you all of your money. You get your whole purse. They don't, like us, working folks. We get our checks and all that shit is taken out beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Sam get his before we even touch ours. You know what I'm saying? No, with a boxer, you get your whole check to say, now look, we'll give you this money. It's on you to pay your taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, man, I do videos, man, and I got to count at the end of the year, like, 13 dudes pay me $300 each,
right,
whatever, and then I got to add, so you got to be on top of that, man, and I don't know, man, it seemed like something else. Like I don't buy that it was just like he just straight didn't he didn't pay his taxes.
Right.
It seemed like Cam said he tried to finesse the scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's some master finessing going on up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Floyd, if by chance you watching this, look, they're coming for their money. Okay.
They're gonna get it.
So you can finesse all you want. They're getting their money. Ask Red Fox, God rest his soul, what they did to him. They took the Mickey Mouse watch off his wrist because they were going to get their money. Okay, they're coming. So pay it and be done with them, dude. It ain't worth it. Anyway.
Ask Wesley Snipes.
Not like you watching the show or nothing. I'm just saying. Alpha.
All right, I got a short answer, but it's the truth. All right, hear me out. Mayweather is not an actor because he can't read. Right?
Right.
All right. Never been in a movie.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But he's a boxer because he knows how to count.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
Everybody can count until they're in trouble. Right? I'm going to end my answer with this. 50 Cent did the same thing. He even made a public statement. He said, have a baby by me, be a millionaire. after the whole situation went down with him, somebody did have a baby with him.
Right.
Now the policy changes to have a baby by me, file bankruptcy. And I'm done.
Yeah, I don't even think this is Alpha show already.
Alpha
is out here spitting bars.
I mean, dude, Alpha, dude, what the hell have you been? How do you practice for T.E.N.S? I mean, really?
Alpha's out here freestyling. He his URL up in here. You know what I'm saying? To get this work. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so after round 1, the scores are Alpha with 24, DV with 7. Trey with 15 and Mekel with 18. DV, even if you didn't get the -10, man, Alpha's gonna kick your ass tonight. That's what it's looking like. I'm sorry. So, none of we on the verge of a new champ regardless. What you got to say before you be out?
Man, when I'm gone, y'all come together like butt cheeks. You know?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. What is... Y'all been drinking tonight or something? Y'all are on fire. Everybody here is on fire. Damn. Okay. Thank you, DV. Thank you for muting, man. Appreciate it. Come back at the end if you can. Whew. All right. Let me take these 7 points away from DV's score. Oh, my gosh. Y'all are killing me. All right. Round 2. Gonna mix it up a little bit. Instead of nets, it's gonna be for better or for worse. So basically, you're gonna hear a topic. You tell me which of those two is better or which of those two is worse. You'll get it once we get in. First one. Better trash talk thus far in the fight presses, Conor or Floyd? Mekel.
I'm gonna have to say it's Conor all day. When he had the fans say on 3, 1, 2, 3, fuck the Mayweathers. I was done. It's Conor all day. This dude talks so much trash. This is the type of dude you can whoop his ass, and he was talk trash going down. Even while he unconscious, he gonna be talking shit. I mean, I got to give it up to Floyd, because if somebody was talking that much shit to me, I probably would have socked him already.
No, you wouldn't. You got 100 million reasons to maintain your composure. I promise you wouldn't have done that. Oh man, Trey.
The best talk. I'm gonna go with Mayweather, because when Mayweather talks, he don't necessarily have to respond to everything the other person says. He just like knows he's gonna win. So it's just like he's like, okay,
all
right, whatever you said, okay, I'm gonna win, okay,
right,
all right. And then when I seen him like the other day, like face by face, man. I mean, I don't know if they wanted to touch or they just wanted to like headbutt each other or something. But them dudes was like so close. I thought they was gonna fight right there on stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's right now. It's kind of all like a show. You know what I'm saying? Like you really don't know how much they hate each other. They could be right now sitting in the room chilling, smoking and drinking together
That's
now.
True.
Chilling.
That is true.
You know, because they really just want this money.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Mayweather on that one.
Right. Alpha.
Yo, all I gotta say is, if a picture's 1,000 words, what does this look like to you? Hold on, let me. Saw this on Twitter, and I know the words are all backwards. I grabbed this off of Twitter, but what it says is, when you already picked your character in Tekken and your brother is still trying to decide. Obviously, Conor is talking the most trash right now. So, you know, Mayweather's always kind of been that guy to kind of taunt and tease you, but not like straight out, I'm just going to verbalize a lot of talk. Because, you know, first of all, you know, he have to have somebody write a script for him. Then again, no, we're not going there with Mayweather.
Damn, Alpha.
Damn.
He came ready.
Dude.
So they were just like, don't say nothing. I bet all his managers like, don't say nothing.
What the hell has got into Alpha tonight, people? Oh my gosh. Okay, next question. Next question. Jesus. All right. Worst mental defeat: Manny Pacquiao's loss to Jeff Horn, or the Cavs' finals loss to the Warriors? Trey.
Oh man, that's easy. I just want to bring y'all back to about 4 10s ago
Okay.
that you guys asked me and Alpha who was going to win the finals this year. We easily said Steph Curry is going to come in and do some chefing and some cooking.
Got a point.
And they're going to walk out. And everybody else said, oh, man, are they even going to make it to the finals? What? Okay. Everybody on are they going to – can we rewind that, please? Are they going to make it to the finals? They not only made it to the finals, but LeBron and Kyrie walked out with the head between their tails.
Yeah.
And DV, I know you're going to get me a little bit later on. But them boys wasn't ready. They wasn't ready.
Yeah.
That's it. We already know.
I gotta give you points just because you called everybody BS from the last 4 shows that you even remember that deserves points. Alpha.
Yeah, my answer ain't gonna be nothing like crazy, but I mean the difference here is that okay, one actually lost. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
One actually lost, like in numbers. Like you could go play by play and see they lost. And then you got Pacquiao over here who was fighting, sweating, blood, sweat, and tears, and he won. We know he won, and he just got robbed. You know, that was way worse. It's way worse to know that you won and that it gets counted as a loss than to play and lose and actually lose. That's my answer. On the Mekel.
Mekel, you know what? I got to start letting the Alpha go last because you can't follow up. None of your stuff can be followed tonight. Go ahead.
I mean, the only thing I can say is I'm going to pick Manny Pacquiao's loss because the fact of the matter is he had the whole state of Hawaii and the country of the Philippines was about ready to riot. So that was the worst mental, emotional, and physical defeat, hands down. Yo, I was scared to leave the house when Manny Pacquiao lost.
It's true though. It's true. It's true.
Yo, I had to go silent on social media, just drop off the net, lock the doors, get the shotgun ready. I'm just going with Manny Pacquiao. I mean, I feel bad for Jeff Horn, you know, the Cavaliers and that whole situation. I'm sorry, but it was Manny Pacquiao just because I'm out here. I was scared, okay?
Wow, that must be the first time the clapback man has no claps.
None.
Actually, it was the second time we was all locked up in our rooms that time Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather. As black men, you did not walk the streets of Hawaii after that fight.
Nope.
You stay inside.
Right.
Inside.
Yep. Go to work with head down.
But inside, we were kind of like, we told y'all bitches, did we? Oh, man. All right. Next question. I love woman. Hey! Don't put this shit on my show. Man. Out of here. Man, breaking my buzz and shit. I gotta get drunk again. Anyway, better chance of getting remade or re-released: NFL Blitz or the Fight Night series? Mekel.
I'm gonna have to go with NFL Blitz, just because of the fact that it's arcadey. We already got NBA Playgrounds, which you know it's taking the people by storm. However, this is a contingent answer. The reason I'm gonna say that is because when Mayweather wins this fight, everybody gonna want to play Fight Night. I mean that's gonna make people want to get back into boxing, let alone. But I really, in all seriousness, I think NFL Blitz will have it'll be easier for that to come back. Also, on the fact that EA doesn't have creative control of the NFL license for gaming anymore. I don't
Oh,
think.
they don't. Okay, that's good inside information. I didn't know that.
So,
That always gets you
know,
points.
we can always, Blitz to come back. I'm praying NFL 2K can come back.
Mm-hmm.
I really missed that. That was my game, especially 2K5.
Yeah.
That was the best one. $20.
Yeah.
Nobody was playing Madden back then.
Alpha.
You know what? I'm about to borrow some points from Mekel. If the NFL don't have the rights, but however, it's possible that there could be, just like NBA Playground, some other IP, some other third-party IP could obtain some kind of privilege or whatever to have NFL Blitz characters or some type of NFL Blitz-like game.
Right.
Me personally, I would like to see another Fight Night because we ain't seen another Fight Night since Fight Night Champion. I guess that was like 5-6 years ago.
Right.
No, longer, man.
And that
Longer
was
than that? Yeah.
I think it might have been longer than that. I wanted to say like 8 years, but I didn't want to be off by.
Right.
I didn't want but yeah, I'd like to see another Fight Night, but I think it would take a lot more. You've got a lot more. It's a lot more complicated to put out a Fight Night game because you have to deal with so many boxers and so many licensing rights, and you have to speak to their managers and all this kind of stuff to have everybody put in there versus just buying one license to have NFL characters.
Right.
It'd be way easier for them to put out an NFL Blitz before they put out a Fight Night.
Right.
But I would like to see a Fight Night.
Right.
Didn't it used to be called Knockout Kings or something?
Yeah, it
Oh, wow,
used to be
there
called.
you go.
Yeah, it used to be called Knockout Kings, and then it became Fight.
Okay.
Now, doesn't EA had the rights to NFL Blitz and Fight Night? Yes.
And NBA Jam, yeah.
Okay, so because my understanding was the only reason we haven't seen an NFL 2K is because EA bought lifetime rights to the NFL licensing. So I don't see why they couldn't make another NFL Blitz. They already own the license to the NFL.
No, it was only for 10 years.
10 years? Okay, so it's up
It
there.
was for 10 years. Yeah, it ended in 2015. 2K was hinting at making another NFL 2K game, but I don't know what happened. I mean, they could. And Keith, I see you watching. I ain't trying to take shots at y'all or nothing, but I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna have to bring it when it comes to NBA because NBA 2K has just been running wild for too long.
Yeah.
And I think the last live that came out was at 16. It had potential, but it wasn't as easy to pick up and play as 2K is. So
Right. Trey.
Oh man, easy question. So I own the Fight Night Round 3.
Okay.
And I've been playing that. And then like just last week, Alpha brought over the last Fight Night, final round or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I think you sent some videos of that in Marco Polo. Didn't one of y'all did?
Dude, I love that game.
Yeah.
That game is polished. It's right. The story's about a black man. That's a plus. Yeah. And I mean, come on, like that Fight Night round. I mean, last round. I mean, to me, you don't need you really don't need a remake. Why? Because it's already polished. So, right. I mean, Blitz. What happened to Blitz? It started good. It got worse. It got worse. It got even worse. Man, NFL Blitz was horrible. The last one I played. So you could actually take that and do it like, okay, for instance, Injustice. You played the first one.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn around and play the second one, you could tell like a whole different team made that, a whole different company. It's just like a whole different game. Mm-hmm. So just take a whole different company and make that new NFL Blitz, and there you go. You got a killer.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe what Trey wants to say is that he had a lot of fun in Fight Night playing, beating up old neo-Nazi guys.
Well,
it surprised me.
He also had a lot of fun with Madden. Now, before I challenge this man, I didn't know he owned every Madden since 1992, I believe it is, Trey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then me talking shit. Oh yeah, I play in Madden. Worst mistake ever. as.
Well, my
No,
1993 is not complete. I need the box for that one. But
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So it's 1993. He's missing 1 year between 92 and now, people. I'm sorry. That makes it a lot easier.
I was just gonna say it wasn't as bad as when I called you out. We had trailers and
Yeah,
everything.
it was pretty bad. Yeah, I kicked your ass pretty good.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Wow.
last question of this round. Okay, Miguel, I'll let you go first. Better career overall, Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair?
um. Okay, you gotta specify the question. We talking about as in prestige of titles, or are we talking about overall name recognition, popularity?
However you interpret it.
Okay. If we're gonna say as far as prestige and titles, hands down, it's Ric Flair because he's got more titles than everybody. He actually has more than 16 world champions. I know WWE keeps trying to say he's a 16-time world champion. That man's had actually over 20 world heavyweight titles from the 70s all the way up until I believe the early 2000s when he got his last title. The man's a legend. He's a wrestling god, and everybody needs to respect him because that man is a master of the craft. Ric Flair is his hands down. But if we're talking about better career overall as like national recognition or global recognition, I'm gonna have to go with Hulk Hogan just because. Even though we all know he only got two moves: the big boot, the
leg drop.
Hulking,
the
Hulking up and then the leg drop. The man is he's not a wrestler. He's basically John Cena of that era. But he brought a lot of eyes to the product on a global level, and he still has that name recognition, even though he needs to kind of sit down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it to Hulk Hogan. Overall, name recognition, Hulk Hogan, prestige, and actual craft, Ric Flair. So it's kind of a split. That's why I'm at with it.
Trey.
I'm gonna go. I'm definitely gonna agree with Mekel, and my reasoning is a little bit different. If you look at this, like if you're looking at this screen right now, and you say Hulk Hogan, WWF, Ric Flair, WCW, the only reason Hulk Hogan in the overall and it was just a little bit bigger than Ric Flair is because was just a little bit bigger than WCW.
Yeah.
And WCW, it was a little more reserved. I love the Four Horsemen.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact,
yes.
I like Ric Flair better anyway because I'm from North Carolina. So
that's
you already know.
That's true.
It's Ric Flair country. But on a global scale, we all know the WWF at one point was like the NFL.
Right.
So, that's why Hulk Hogan's a little bit bigger.
Alpha.
All you have to say is, look at this. The answer is obvious. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Come on, why Samsung don't want to act up? Look at this. The man is on a cereal box. I ain't never seen Ric Flair on no cereal box. Look at that. And look at this also right here. You got Mr. T. He's on a cereal box. He ain't even a wrestler.
Although he was in WrestleMania 3, I give him that.
Hulk Hogan was in movies, so
Hulk Hogan was in movies. Hulk Hogan had his own cartoon.
He did.
So
TV show too.
He did.
By popularity, Hulk Hogan wins that easy. It's not even a challenge. Even though, like what Mekel said, by actual titles, Ric Flair has more titles. Even though my old retired name was Ric Flair.
That's right. I was hoping you were going to bring that up too. Woo!
Bring it back. Woo! But Hulk Hogan wins by far. It's not even a competition. You could go to the most remote village in China and say, who Hulk Hogan is, and they, yes, I know who Hulk Hogan is. It's not even. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? His name recognition is like Michael Jordan. It's like everybody knows who he is.
Yeah. Like
you can go to the most destitute, poor country in Africa, and you can mention Michael Jordan. Now, you know Michael Jordan? No. Come on. But it's an easy answer. It's Hulk Hogan all day, every day.
All right. So at the end of round 3, the scores are Alpha 38, Trey 35, and Mekel 34. But Mekel, once again, it's your lucky day because I only have 3 left and Biggs didn't show up. So you get to progress to the next round.
Clap back.
All right. Round 3. Yes or BS. Y'all know how it goes. A statement will be made. You can either agree with it with a yes or disagree with a BS. Now, as you guys know, before every round 3, we have a sponsor. That sponsor is me this evening. All the proceeds are going to getting Trey a better internet connection.
Thank you.
We're going to take another question from another caller. See what they want to ask me tonight. Dear Steel, how is it that you managed to get away with not doing your chores before your show? Signed, want to get away with it.
Wow.
I'm glad you asked that question.
He took his glasses off. It's serious.
You see, when you're the man of steel, you get a lot of certain privileges that, you know, people that dress in bat suits don't get.
Oh.
And Keith, I see you watching. Thank you for tuning in this evening. I appreciate you being man enough to show up. But, you know, the bottom line is I'm the man of steel. You know, I do what I want to do. And that's how I keep my home happy.
Wow.
Oh, not tonight. Come on with it. What you got? What? Oh, no. What?
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
When the woman threw something at him.
Oh,
Is that a pie in the face?
Oh, wow.
And while we're waiting on him to come back, DV got a challenge for you. He said he gonna whoop you in Street Fighter.
Oh.
Hey, DV, anytime, whenever you ready, I'm ready. Look, I got. Wait, where that? Where that? Over here.
All right.
Oh shit! Anytime, you ready? Fight
Like kryptonite pie still?
Yes, that was a pie to the face. But I dodged a plunger this week, though. Oh.
I promise you, one day he's just gonna have that Nickelodeon 1980s ooze just come down. That slot.
Double dare.
Double dare, yeah, Mark Summers.
Round 3. Yes or BS? People are tuning in to the Floyd Conor fight more interested in possibly seeing Floyd lose than actually seeing Conor win. Trey, yes or BS?
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I'm watching. I just want to see if he can make it 50-0.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no way Floyd can actually lose this fight. Therefore, see if he does lose. But I mean, Conor, I don't know. I mean, if anybody actually thinks that he can come into the boxing world, change all the rules, and actually be relevant to somebody who's won 49 fights in 0, and they actually give it to him, man, you talking about some riots? Then you might get some riots if he wins. So yeah, definitely. That's why everybody's watching. See if Floyd's gonna lose.
Mekel.
I mean, I think most people gonna be like me, and they just came to see the drama. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's a yes. People do want. I mean, it's the popular thing, you know. With most people, they don't really care what about the fight. It's just the fact that popular opinion is we hate Floyd.
Right.
So we want to go with the flow, you know. It's the sheep mentality, herd mentality. We just want to see him lose. We don't even care that he's got such a prestigious record, and that's someone we haven't seen anyone that great in boxing. I would say that fights the way he does since I want to say Ali, if not Joe Frazier.
Right.
But yeah, that's really what it is. It's yes, people just want to see him lose, and then when he wins, then they're gonna be the first ones to say, "Oh, we want a rematch. We want to see the rematch in UFC match."
That's a good point. People are definitely gonna scream that.
Yep.
Alpha.
Yeah, this match is no different from the last, I don't know how many matches. People been wanting to see Floyd lose since like he fought Ricky Hatton like 10 years ago.
Good.
But that's just how it is. That's facts. They've always been wanting Floyd to lose, but he's been winning.
Yeah.
You know, they always say their excuses, oh, he's too cocky, he's too arrogant, I don't like him, blah, blah, blah. But how many athletes are not cocky and arrogant?
Hey, Alpha. Does that sound like a certain Irish someone that we've been seeing lately? I'm just asking.
Irish?
Yes. McGregor. Cocky ass.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm including him too in this. You know, McGregor was supposedly, what was that fight? It was like last year that he lost.
With Diaz? And, yeah.
He supposedly was saying that his claim, you know, and once again, this is what he claims. He claims he would beat Jesus in a fight. You know, whatever. That's probably the reason why he lost.
Exactly.
You know, that guy, you know, that's the world of sports. You know, people have to bring their egos forth.
Yeah.
And so you claiming that, oh, I don't like him because he's cocky and he's arrogant. I mean, granted, Pacquiao don't seem like he's that arrogant. You know, he seems like he's soft-spoken. You know, so is Mike Tyson. But if you sounded the way Mike Tyson sounded, you'd probably be quiet too.
Alpha, I'm done, man. I don't know what you been drinking.
Alpha is killing y'all. Alpha is killing y'all.
Damn.
Alpha didn't.
Next question. Oh man. The only reason Venus Williams made it to the Wimbledon finals is because Serena is not competing in it. Alpha, yes or BS?
Oh man, I gotta go first. Only reason, let me read that question again. So, only reason Venus Williams made it to the finals,
to the Wimbledon finals, because Serena didn't compete in it. In other words, her sister would have kicked her ass.
You know what?
I mean,
between Venus and Serena, it's really close between them two. It's really close. But there's always been some politics between the two as well. Mm-hmm. Like if you follow, you got ghosts.
Whoa.
Like who would try to tell you something?
Yeah, you need to go handle that right now.
Now, don't we try to prop it open? No. Sorry, go ahead, Alpha.
But I actually had watched a documentary. I think this was on Netflix, or I think it might have been on one of the. I've got cable provided through my company and all that kind of stuff. I think I caught on one of my cable channels. So there was this documentary talking about Venus and Serena and the history of them coming up. And supposedly there was one situation, like when I think it was Serena's big game, like her first big game. And she got booed actually because Venus got injured or something like that. And because she got injured and Serena was in her place, they thought her father was matchmaking because of that situation. And they, you know, once again, it's like this controversy becomes, you know, something else again. They're going to talk about, you know, why can't you just let things be? just let it be. Just be like, okay, the person with the best talent is here for the moment.
Right.
When it's their time to play again, they're gonna play each other again.
Right. And
typically, Serena's team seems to come out on top because honestly, if you look at the documentary, Serena wasn't even a good tennis player to begin with. She wasn't even her parents didn't expect her to play tennis back then. Right. It was all about Venus.
Right.
And so she decided to take it upon herself to practice, to do the groundwork, to become the better player. And she became to the point where it was neck and neck with her sister. Right. Like she wasn't even supposed to be playing tennis at all. And look at her now.
Right. Mekel.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give y'all one reason. Go to youtube.com, who's also sponsoring this video, and look at Beyonce's Lemonade
Oh God, you have to take it there.
and just look at that woman's body. Make a believer out of you. I'm good.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna co-sign that. I'll be like, Steel, you should have put that as the point. Lemonade is the key word.
Y'all. Trey, go.
All right. Y'all crazy, by the way. So anyway, all right, here's the deal, man. I really like Venus. Before I say this, I'm gonna say it. I like Venus, okay? But I actually spent a couple days watching Wimbledon. I watched it 2 days ago when Venus made the finals, and then I watched it today. Right? I'm gonna give you 2 reasons why this statement is true. Number one, Venus has something where she gets a little more tired than other people. I think she's got something going on with her health.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So with Serena being out, they're not playing doubles.
Right.
So Venus has a lot more energy now than she had when she was playing doubles and she was playing singles.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So number 2. All right. So Venus barely made it to the last to the championship today. And I'm just gonna be real with you. She got killed today. I mean, when I say killed, I mean I ain't never seen her get beat that bad.
Wait, so she lost.
Serena would have. Oh, she lost bad today.
Oh, okay.
She lost bad.
All right.
And it was just like 2 and out. Just
right.
like, I mean, it was a young girl.
Okay.
But Serena, for some reason, she can beat the young girls and the old. I mean, she can beat everybody.
Right.
Right. Serena's just that much better than her, to be honest with you. And a lot of it's because in that Serena plays with, people scared, man. Serena, like, she'll come across that net and just like knock you in the face if you even breathe wrong. What? You won 1 set? Come here. So, but I mean, on the real, I like Venus, but she got whooped today. That's all I like to say.
Wow.
All right.
Trey won that question.
Yeah, I think he did. Next question. So, Connor's "Dance for Me, Boy" comment was racially motivated. Trey, yes or BS?
I gotta go first on this.
Yes.
I mean, we can play rock paper scissors.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it 100. Anytime anybody with the makeup, the presence, if I look at them and they look like they could be white, and the word "boy" comes out of their mouth, and they're talking to a black man, it's racially motivated.
Okay. All right. Mekel.
Quick answer.
Wait, Trey, were you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Let's go back and look at all the times Connor has talked shit to someone that's not of the same ethnicity or race as him. And I recall one fight, he was fighting a Hispanic guy, and he said something that was very racially,
right.
I think still you know this one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he told the dude, "Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't care." So, yes, he don't care because you got to look at it. Anything he can say to get in your head just gives him a leg up.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah. That's a good point. Alpha.
I say it's probably just like, what was that chick that Mekel had? What's the name of that chick that you had? You had posted a video. Actually, you shared the link to her YouTube. I mean, she might be watching. You know what I'm saying? The way Mekel is and these females.
I mean,
You better hope Late Who
Hey,
ain't watching.
Casanova.
Anyway.
I seen that. Anyway.
The one that you were talking about, you're gonna fly to England for. I'm not gonna say her name, but
Woo! Son Brooks. Hey girl, if you watching this, how you doing? Fly straight off to England.
that one. So the question there was basically essentially the same question that Steel is asking now. Was this intentional? My answer back then was basically the same as now. Everything is for the most part, it's intentional. Of course, it was intended to be the certain way it is, to stir up the media, get everybody riled up. And as a YouTuber, you know what's in the background. You control everything that people are watching.
That mirror,
you know what I'm saying? That mirror, exactly. Is that mirror intentional? And my answer was yes. The short answer was yes. It was. and I'm done with that. Before I get anybody in trouble, my answer is yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
hey,
y'all,
Alpha,
man.
just so you know, I got my passport too. I'm ready.
Y'all,
I ain't taking you with me though. You can't come with
gosh.
me. But I got my passport. Anyway.
Oh man. Okay, so there's one more question this round. I had to back up and make sure, because y'all got me tripping. Okay. One more. Yes or BS? Oh yeah, we're gonna let Mekel start with this one. Bobby Lashley would defeat Brock Lesnar in an Olympic style wrestling match. Olympic style, not this WWE stuff. Olympic style. Yes or BS? That's hard.
That is hard because they both have a background in it. I think Brock Lesnar, he was a UCAA champion, and I believe Bobby Lashley was champion in the military when he served. They both have that collegiate wrestling background. Damn, that's the hard one. BS, for the simple fact that Brock Lesnar is a corn-fed, big old white boy that tips cows. Okay, he tips fucking cows with his breath alone.
He is a big dude. He is a strong ass dude.
That's a big dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's gonna be close. I'm gonna say this: if they went up point for point, it would be close. But Brock Lesnar is a genetic freak of nature.
Yeah.
Like that I've never seen anybody that looks like that naturally. I mean, Bobby Lashley, he I mean, he a genetic freak too, but Brock Lesnar all day. He out somewhere tipping the cow right now.
Actually, he probably somewhere counting money. But anyway, Trey.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that I think it's gonna be true.
Okay.
I'm gonna say because sometimes if you look at the Olympic style wrestling, as big as Brock Lesnar is, hurt him on being like flexible.
That's a
you know
good
what I'm
point.
saying?
Yeah.
So Bobby Lashley might just be able to out shake him in the Olympic style. Because you know that's real wrestling.
Right, exactly.
So, one of my homeboys used to do a lot of wrestling and stuff. And, when we be like playing around and stuff, they'll grab the back of your leg and just like make you fall, just a little crazy stuff like that.
Right.
So I think he might be able to get him. But if Brock gets that hold on him, it might be over.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a question I had. Are we talking about Bobby and Brock in their prime when they were doing collegiate wrestling? Or are we talking about now?
Oh no, right now.
Oh yeah, hands down is Brock. I mean, yeah, that dude's flexible. He don't do but 2 moves in WWE, but that dude's flexible. We all saw that Mark Hunt fight. That was a massacre. Anyway,
go ahead, Trey. Sorry. Okay. Alpha.
You know what? My question is, does it matter? You got Brock Lesnar who tits cows. You got Bobby Lesnar. I mean, not Bobby Lashley, who's got traps on top of traps.
Man.
You know what? I'm gonna come up with a Ric Flair idea. Hear me out on this. Them two big dudes, put them on Pornhub because that's gonna be some weird stuff.
What the?
Wow. What?
Oh no, it's getting X-rated.
Okay, so Alf, I gotta ask you this: we gonna put them on Pornhub for real?
What? Wait, what? You know what?
Where'd that come from?
What the hell? You know what? No, you're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Okay, we'll take that answer. We're done.
Hey, but you know what should happen is both of them should show up at this Mayweather-McGregor fight. Remember, I was talking about that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would print money for everybody, even more. Because two legitimate guys. Yeah. Anyway, I'm done. Alpha, you're done for the day.
You're done, Alpha. That's it. Okay. So
He was saving that one too.
at the end of round 3, the scores are Alpha 47, Trey 45, and Mekel 48. Y'all, that was a great comeback by both of y'all. That was really, really good. Trey came up a little bit short though, boss. What you gonna say before you go?
Y'all gonna miss me.
All right, man. Go ahead and beat that for me. Stick around to pub your channel after the show, though. Oh, we are actually going to, for the first time in weeks, we're going to have a new champion. And both of you have been champion before, so it won't be the first time you guys have tasted the victory. So,
Oh, I'm ready.
hope y'all are ready.
I got my championship belt right here.
Man, I don't know. The way Alpha is rocking right now, I don't know if that's going to be enough. All right. Y'all know how round 4 goes. It's the showdown. Fill in the blank. Let's get it. Fill in the blank. To silence his naysayers, Lonzo Ball will have to average blank points per game in his first season. Alpha.
Wow.
Wait, you ain't got nothing to say? You been talking all day.
Man, we're from Pornhub to silent. Okay, anyway.
See, now y'all throwing that back at me now. So, how many points did he have to average to shut people up? With all this controversy, the stakes is pretty high. Like, you have to really, like, I don't know, like maybe you said per game for the whole season, right?
Points per game for the season, yeah.
For the whole season.
Yep.
Shoot, you're probably looking at. I'm thinking like you're looking at maybe like 40, just to shut people up.
Okay. Mekel.
I mean, 40 points is that's gonna make people believe it. They're gonna be worshiping him at 40 points a game.
Exactly.
I mean, shit, that's shooting for the moon right there. I was gonna keep it safe and say he needs to average at least 25. Yeah, between 25 and 30 points per game. But I mean, 40. Shit, that's the next Michael Jordan right there. Anyway,
yeah, he's better than Carton. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up.
Okay. All right. Points to Alpha. This one. Good. All right. Next question. An MMA fight featuring blank versus blank is a fight I would pay to see. Mekel.
I mean, we already talked about it.
It can be anybody. It can be anybody.
Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. You would, and I know you would pay because both of them are legitimate beasts in the cage, and they've never fought each other. Never.
Alpha.
And
sorry, Mekel. Sorry, I thought you did. Go ahead.
No. If correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Lashley still on an undefeated streak in Bellator?
Yes, he hasn't lost in Bellator yet. He's lost, but he didn't lose in Bellator.
Yeah. So,
Alpha,
All right, I was just not thinking about this. I would actually pay to see 50 Cent versus, because I know 50 Cent got trim. You know what I'm saying? He looks like he could compete in UFC or MMA.
Okay.
I would say 50 Cent versus who's somebody else big that probably be in his weight class. Rick Ross, but Rick Ross, he might be in the same weight class, but he's not like, you know, I don't think he's in like fighting shape.
Right.
You know,
You should say Gucci Mane because he cut weight. Gucci Mane did.
I mean, yeah, he did cut weight. He's still cutting weight right now, but
50 and Gucci, that'd be a good one. Okay.
Oh yeah, hold on. Now this is real interesting. Okay, 50 Cent versus Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle done both. I would pay to see one of the best comedians versus one of the best first album. You know what I'm saying? One of the first album killer people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had the rest of his albums after that were nothing but the first multi-platinum album artist versus one of the best comedians. And these dudes, they both bulked up. Man, I pay to see that. I'll pay to see that.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to go with Mekel because Lesnar and Lashley. I've been wanting to see that for a while, also. All right. Last question for all the marbles, gentlemen. The word that best describes the look on Kevin Durant's face in his reaction to Peyton Manning's joke is blank. Alpha.
Man, the reaction on his face. I mean, is there a word to describe the reaction? I mean, I don't know, man. It's like sometimes the absence of something equals the full effect. That's my answer. We're going to go to Mekel, man.
Mekel.
He had that face on him, and I'm sorry, this is a PG show. Well, actually, it ain't since we talking about Pornhub and shit. that look he had on his face was, really, nigga? I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. You know what? Catch me outside. How about that? He had the look of the catch me outside girl. Peyton was on borrowed time.
I don't believe it. Mekel, you've done it. You come back and won.
Title's
The
back.
belt goes back to Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen. Your new champion is Mekel Kasanova. You got your 60-second rant, man. Let me switch the screen. All eyes on you. Go in now.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Mekel Kasanova, the two-time champ, the great one. The guy who's, out here in Hawaii doing the thing is hot. I got fans on me. I got lights. I can have professional lights. Let me hit the lights right now. Look. See, that way y'all can see me. So I'm the two-time champ. I got the fight stick. DV, I know you're calling me out. You ready? You keep saying you want to beat me in Street Fighter. Look, I got fight sticks. I got fight sticks for days. Ryu is ready. I'm ready. I got Sanwa. I got Hayabusa buttons. I probably said that backwards, but I'm ready. Bring it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have 4 people on the show all the time. That was great, y'all. Y'all killed it. Train, come back. Alpha, come back. Oh man. DV, if you still
I was just
watching,
waiting for Mekel to say how you can.
DV, if you're still watching, put your channel information in the YouTube so everybody can see it. And then check out your page. His page is about budget new gear. I'm gonna put the link to the bottom. I'll put the link to his page at the bottom of this. Make sure y'all check that out. He's got some great content on this channel. He's always an asset to the show. We love to having him here. Mekel, go ahead and pub your channel, champ.
All right, it's your boy Mekel Kasanova. I'm back again. Two-time champ. You can catch me on YouTube, so youtube.com/Mekel James. I know Mekel Kasanova, Mekel James. You're like, hey, how does that happen? Deal with it. It is what it is. But I talk about everything from clapbacks. You know, I'm known as Mr. Clapback, so don't step wrong toward me because I will hurt your feelings. And y'all can ask the Silverback, Keith. Keith can say something about him. I clap back as the Silverback. I clap back as Mr. Positive Tech. I clap back at anyone. I clap back at the mirror looking at me just because it's there. Anyway, I do tech reviews, game reviews, commentary, clapbacks, just off the dome stuff, and just I try to keep it fun. I run exclusively with my clique here, Polytext. That's the only people I like to run with, only people I like to talk to. If you call me up saying let's hang out, I'm gonna ask you, are you Polytext? You gonna say no. I'm gonna say you can't.
Oh, Mr. Trey Flash, go ahead and push your channel, big man. We can't see you, but we hear you.
Oh man, what's up? I'm just gonna roll off the back of Mekel. He just introduced the whole group of Polytech. With TPhifeTech, I got your tech, I got your games, and all your hot names. Please subscribe to me, and I promise you, my camera will work if you come check my channel.
Oh, you gotta pay to see him.
And last but certainly not least, the man that almost took it back to the NC, Mr. Alpha Rakama. Go ahead and push your channel, big man.
What's up, y'all? Your boy Alpha here with Common Tech Videos. I do game reviews, not like Mekel, you know what I'm saying, not as heavy, you know what I'm saying, but starting to get into the game thing. Mainly cell phones, gadgets, that kind of stuff. Also starting to do some movie reviews, so stay tuned for more, because right now, I guess right after this, I'm probably going to start shooting a HTCU 11 review, and then also I'm going to do, I'm taking notes on the long-awaited E3 recap. Y'all going to like that, so stay tuned to that.
Awesome. And let me go and give a shout out to Official Keith, who is tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in. Wish you could be on the show. We really wish you here, man. Check out his information, the Official Keith on YouTube. I'm going to put his information down at the bottom of this video as well. He's got great content on his page. Also, send a shout out to Mr. Cameron Biggs, his podcast. What's it called again, Mekel?
Tech Etc. Podcast. I'm the co-host.
That's right. Co-hosted by the new champion, once again, Mekel Kasanova. Make sure y'all check out his content. I'll put that at the bottom of the page as well. And one more time, I want to send out another shout out to Miguel Lopez, man. Hope you're watching this. Hope you're doing well. Hope you put a smile on your face, man. We're here for you. Please keep us up to date how you feeling. We really appreciate you, man. Thank you for being a long-time member of our group, a big fan of ours. And as always, I always like to end the show with ladies. If any females are watching, if you like what you see here, if you know your entertainment, your tech, your entertainment, your news, and your sports, please, one of my goals is to do an all-female cast on this show. So please hit me up at Tens.Stream, T.E.N.S.STREAM, Tens.Stream, yeah, STREAM at gmail.com. Tens.Stream at gmail.com. Hit me up. I would love to have you on the show. Even if you want to mix it up with these crazy ass dudes. I'd like to get a girl in, one or two girls in here. Want to get some diversity in here, hear some actual comments from some intelligent people for once.
Hey, Son Brooks, if you come on the channel, please bring your mirror, please. I want to see the mirror.
I'm never getting women on here, am I? Anyway. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. Thank you guys for coming in and joining me on the show. We always love your input. The show wouldn't be nothing without my clique, Polytech. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in probably 3 weeks. I know I'm going to be busy next couple of weeks, and it gives some time to get some good content and some good commercials going for you guys, because we don't want to put in the good stuff. So we'll see you all next time, 3 weeks from now, on the next episode of Tens. You guys have a good night. Appreciate it.